What's up guys, it's Miranda with Serious Dance and Fitness, and today I'm going to be taking you through a full body banded workout. The only thing you're going to need for this workout is an exercise mat and a large looped resistance band. I recommend using a lighter band that you can fully extend above your head, so that way we don't have to change out our band in this workout. We're going to start out with some banded squats, so I have that band wrapped around both of my feet with a little extra loop around one just to make sure that the band doesn't slip off. I'm taking that band and I'm holding it just above my shoulders, kind of like I would in a front squat position. And I'm still thinking about bending those knees right over the first and second toe in that squat, and then squeezing my glutes up at the top every time to maintain that proper squat form. Next thing we are moving into is some back rows. So we're going to keep the band where it is, and if you want a little bit of extra tension, I recommend grabbing the bottom strap of that band because it's a little bit tighter. All you're doing is keeping a flat back position and pulling the band up towards your chest. We're going to do the first few with our elbows out, and then we're going to move in and draw those elbows closer to your sides. I recommend doing about 5 reps of each. This is just going to help us target our back a little bit differently as it hits different parts of our shoulder blades. Up next, we have some banded deadlifts. Again, you can grab that bottom strap for a little bit of extra resistance, or the top strap if you feel like your band is a little too tight. We're gonna start in that same flat back position, and now you're gonna pull up to standing, maintaining that flat back the entire time and squeezing those glutes at the top. You wanna aim to have a slight bend in those knees. If not, have those legs straight. Depending on your flexibility in those hamstrings will depend on how straight you can get those legs. Be sure to keep that flat back the whole time and keep that core engaged. Next, we're going to combine the two movements. We're doing a deadlift into a row now. So we're going to take that first movement, pull it up, and then from the top of our deadlift, now we're rowing and pulling those elbows up and trying to get the band all the way up to our chest. Keep that core engaged, and as you do that row at the top, make sure that your glutes are squeezed and you're feeling that pinch in your shoulder blades at the top of the row. Next thing, moving into some single arm bicep curls. We can step the feet a little bit closer together for these to put a little less resistance on the band, or you can also go ahead and grab that top loop. We're just curling the arm up, keeping that shoulder and that elbow straight as possible and keeping them in line. We don't want the elbow to fly out to the side. We want to keep it as close to our side as possible and fully extend that arm to make sure we get that lengthened bicep and not a short one. You get a short bicep by not extending that arm all the way to straight. So we really want to make sure we're going straight and then curling all the way up. Moving now into the other side, same rules apply. Make sure to keep that elbow pinned to your side and keep a straight line between your shoulder and that elbow. Don't let it fall backwards or fall forwards. You want to keep that core engaged and you want to stand up nice and tall. Don't lean forward. Make sure those shoulders are staying back. From here, we are doing a squat to press. So if that band came unlooped, make sure you double wrap it around one of your feet just to make sure that that band doesn't slip off. We're gonna re-rack that band up by our shoulders, take a deep squat, and then press those arms all the way overhead against that band. When you're pressing up at the top, make sure you're not swaying in that lower back. The tendency is when we press our arms above our head, the booty will stick out and we have a little bit of a curve in that spine. You want to think of at the top of your squat, squeezing those glutes, squeezing those abs so that in the press, we are in a perfect straight line. From here, we're moving into lunges, so go ahead and take just one foot in the band. take that wrapped foot so it's a little bit easier of a transition, and you're just gonna take the band and wrap it around your shoulder. This is gonna provide some resistance on the stand up. We're used to having resistance with a weighted lunge on the push down. The band adds a totally different level to this lunge. And if you wanna take it even harder, go ahead and extend that arm fully straight above your head. It's gonna add even more resistance on that band and also add a little bit of workout to that arm to make sure that band is staying stable. Switching now to the other side, so just take that band, wrap it around your foot, and then double wrap it, make sure it is secure. Go up onto that shoulder, and we are gonna lunge on that other side. Now in these lunges, even though we're using the band, please keep in mind your proper lunge technique of keeping that knee over the first and second toe and not letting your knee fall too far forward, and make sure that back leg is bending at a 90-degree angle. If you're pushing that arm up, try to get it right next to your ear or a little bit in front. If the arm is too wobbly, go ahead and drop it back down to that shoulder. Now we are moving into some power pushes. This is gonna target a little bit of legs, abs, and arms all in one. So we have the band wrapped around one foot. We're gonna take a squat down, and then as you stand up, you're gonna press and twist to the opposite side of your body that the band is on. So the band is wrapped around one foot and we're pushing towards the other direction. In this push, you really wanna tighten those abs and feel that twist in those obliques, and also try to push into a straight arm so that we're getting a little bit of work in those arms as well. Now we're gonna switch feet and do the same thing on the other side. Now with the push aspect of this, we are in a bit wider of a squat than a normal position. So with this wider squat, just still make sure those knees are over those toes and we're squeezing the glutes at the top as we're twisting and rotating in that core. I like to exhale on the push just to make sure I'm keeping my breathing in check, and it also helps tighten my abs a little bit at the top. All right, just a few more exercises here. We're moving into some chest flies. So we're gonna wrap that band around your back and hold it between your thumbs and your index fingers. You're just gonna press out like you would on the chest fly machine at the gym, or like you would be doing a push-up on the ground. So you just wanna feel the resistance of that band as you push forward. And as you work your way back, don't let the band snap you into place. Still control the push on the way back. I'm gonna take the band around to the front of the body now and just hold it in two hands about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider if you need to. And all we're doing is with straight arms, pulling that band as far to the side as we can. This is gonna activate those shoulder blades, so we really wanna make sure we feel that squeeze and that pinch in our backs every time you pull that band apart. Important here to keep those arms straight so that we are targeting just the back muscles and not getting any other muscle involved. Moving on to our mat for our final two exercises, you're gonna wrap that band around your feet. Again, do a double loop on one foot just to make sure the band doesn't slip off. You're gonna hold that band close to your chest, and then you're just gonna lower your legs down as far as you can, and then lower them back up, or raise them back up. Important to keep pulling and keep tension on the arms so you do get a little bit of arm work in there as well. And then on the way back up, you're not letting the band do all the work, you're still controlling it with your own core. Last exercise we are moving into is our Superman. So we're gonna go ahead and lay down on that band. Place the band between your stomach and your chest and try to press down on it as much as possible. Now, if you can keep that press in the belly and the chest, you can keep the band where it's at. Otherwise, only take one half of the band under the belly and grab the band at the top, and we're just pressing those arms up and squeezing those shoulder blades on the way back down. If you can, keep those toes lifted off of the mat to get a little bit in that low back at the same time that the press is getting that upper back. And we are done. Go ahead and push it back into that child's pose. Release that back work that we just did. Make sure you calm down your breathing here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In this child's pose, go ahead and thread one arm through. Just get a little bit extra into that shoulder blade. And then switch to the other side. You're threading the arm through, pressing back down into that child's pose. You can leave those hips up in the air or drop them back down towards you. I'm gonna press it back into our downward dog now. Really release those legs. We did a lot of leg work, so make sure to bend out those knees so we can stretch out those calves. And then walk the feet towards the hands when you're ready. Hold this forward fold just for a moment. If you want a little bit of extra back stretch, interlace those fingers and pull the arms above the head. Just try to open up that back before rolling up to the top. And very nice work, you guys. If you enjoyed this workout, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at serious.danceandfitness for nutrition advice and workout tips. Always remember to stay hydrated and eat right.